Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Atheist Experience. I'm your host, Matt Dillahunty. Joining me this week, Russell Glasser.
Hi, folks.
We are live. It is Super Bowl Sunday, I guess.
Yeah, Sunday. Is the game going on right now?
No. It's after the show. So this is the Super Bowl pregame show.
Yeah.
It's February 3rd, 2008. We'll have the number up for you shortly to call in. And you can, give your predictions. Who are you praying for? Because we know both teams are praying for themselves. So, if we can kind of get like a little analysis of who's praying for whom, we'll maybe be able to come to some conclusions about who God likes better. But I want to welcome everybody. We are, in fact, a live public access television program sponsored by the Atheist Community of Austin. We give the atheists in the Austin area the chance to interact with the public, answer questions, correct misperceptions, have discussions about relevant topics to church-state separation, and allows the public to call in and talk to us, ask us questions, find out more about atheists and atheism, or to explain what they believe, why they believe it, and why they think anybody else should. The Atheist Community of Austin is a nonprofit educational organization promoting positive atheism and the separation of church and state. We have weekly meetings every Sunday at Romeo's on Barton Springs Road beginning at around 11:30. Except for the first Sunday of the month when we host a lecture series at the Austin History Center located at the corner of 9th and Guadalupe. Today was the first Sunday of the month and we had a lecture. Dickie Gregg, an attorney representing some of the Guantanamo detainees, came in to talk and give a lecture called Guantanamo. It's not about them, it's about us, and focusing on basically how we've tossed the Geneva Convention out the window and violated people's rights, and we're holding people who've never been charged with anything and aren't allowed to have attorneys, and we've chucked out every, legal protection that anybody should be entitled to. And it was good. He gave some accounts of his personal experience with one of the detainees who, thankfully, is now home. So that was the good thing that came out of today's discussion. The bad things, of course, were that we've basically turned our back on the legal system and the rights that all individuals should expect under that system. And, I'm not going to toss around words like treason, but it seems that certain members of the administration basically said, you know what, if we just decide to ignore the Geneva Convention, then they can't prosecute us for war crimes and we can do whatever the hell we want.
So what are you saying, that that's a bad thing?
I think I'm saying that that's a bad thing.
Okay, just
maybe I'm just not for the troops. But yeah, there was a lot of really good information in the talk today. There may be an audio version of this posted at the website eventually. I'm not positive. We don't always do that. But I definitely wanted to thank him for coming down and talking to us today. Very informative, slightly depressing, but there were some optimistic things that came out of it as well. In addition to the lecture series and this program, which is available as a podcast, an audio podcast, a video podcast, and for download at Google Video, the ACA also sponsors a bi-weekly internet audio podcast called The Non-Profits. That's PROPHETS, and for more information, you can go to that website, nonprofitsradio.com. We were live yesterday. It's hosted by Dennis LeBay, features myself, Russell Glasser, and Schilling, and we'll be live again in 2 weeks, which I think is the 16th, I believe. But there's more information at the website. You can download that podcast as well. In addition to the various media outreach programs the ACA participates in, we also have a number of events throughout the week, including some social events like Atheist Happy Hour, which is every Thursday beginning at around 7 o'clock and lasting until everybody's sober and safe to drive home. You can come down, feel free to join us there for a meal, a drink, conversation, whatever you like. All of our events are open to the public. Any atheist or atheist-friendly person is welcome to attend. If you're coming down to preach, proselytize, or provoke, please don't. We'll have the number up for you just as soon as the announcements are over. You can call in. We can talk about any number of things. Russell's going to talk a little bit about growing up atheist, I guess.
That's right.
And but if you want to come in, call in and talk about, I don't care, Patriots versus Giants, which to me, I look at this as kind of, the Patriots are those of us who are standing up for the First Amendment, and the Giants are the deep pockets of the religious fundamentalists who are trying to destroy the First Amendment. And much like the game today, I think it'd take a miracle for the Giants to succeed. And I'll while I'm not a fan of the football Patriots, I'm a fan of the regular Patriots, those people who are actually in favor of church-state separation and the rights guaranteed by the First Amendment.
I think you're more optimistic than I am, because I'm always worried about the deep-pocketed religious giants taking over from the... I got distracted.
You got distracted. we have guests in the studio like always, and
Yeah,
I told you it'd be right underneath the camera.
This is
It's
an
good.
experiment today.
It's not a problem. I think we saw like the top
See,
of the head.
I figured that there was not going to be anybody watching anyway, so with the football game going
And now,
on.
he's ignoring the thousands and thousands of people who are downloading this every week or so. As mentioned, we're sponsored by the Atheist Community of Austin, a nonprofit educational organization. In addition to the lectures and weekly meetings, the ACA has a number of websites devoted to discussion. Some of them are actual ACA websites. We have a number of Yahoo message boards and email lists that people can participate on. Some of them are actually operated by ACA members, and the Atheist Experience blog run by Martin Wagner, where Russell also contributes, as does Tracy and some others. And I once did, but I'm just swamped and can't. But atheistexperience.blogspot.com, also ironchariots.org, which Russell and I actually started in conjunction with some fans of the nonprofit show to focus on counter-apologetics, and there's a forum over there that's devoted to both the shows. And every week after the show, we get together and go to dinner. We're currently going to El Arroyo on 5th Street at Campbell. I guess I'll put the address up on the screen. The show runs till 4:30. We'll be down there around 5 o'clock. Anybody is welcome to come down and join us. We're there from around 5 to 7. I can't guarantee that the Super Bowl will be on the screen down there, but it's likely. So if you're interested in watching and visiting with some godless heathens, feel free to come on down and join us. And finally, as a last call out to ACA members, if there are things that you'd like to participate in the ACA, newsletter contributions, or suggestions for various activities and things to do, you can email any number of email addresses, president at Atheist Community, or editor for the newsletter. For those of you who don't get through on the telephones today, or don't want to, you can email tv at atheist-community.org. That goes to myself, the co-hosts, all the people behind the scenes, or most of them. We can't promise to respond to every email, but we do read all of them and try and incorporate feedback and criticisms into the show. One of the things that we changed last week was, instead of using the lapel mics, we switched to boom mics. And there were no...
I thought I was the first guinea pig now.
No. We did this last week. And there were a number of people who commented that, there was excessive paper rustling. And, of course, the boom mics pick up every cough, whereas normally, I'd cover a mic. We've made some minor adjustments, so...
Really? Because when I listen to shows that I've been on, I hear tons of throat clearing from me and little... when I chuckle.
But you're just hypersensitive.
Yeah.
So we're going to try and avoid paper rustling as much as possible. Please feel free to let us know if the audio is an improvement over last week, or if it's worse, or if we need to switch back to lapel mics, anything like that. Whatever makes it easiest for people to hear. So.
Okay.
We got the number up. Feel free to call in if you have questions or if you want to discuss something. Also, I want to mention the ACA website as a frequently asked questions page, where we focus on the commonly asked questions about what do atheists believe, what don't they believe. Isn't your life just miserable if you don't have this belief that you're going to live forever? Those questions are answered there, mostly so that we don't have to answer them 2 or 3 times a show. I'm usually happy to answer any question that comes in at least once. So.